Hey, welcome. Beach Quest here. In this episode, my story continues of my tour of Southern California and the Pacific Coast Route. On the previous episode, I climbed to the rim of the world. Highway patrol blocks my path. And Big Bear Lake. All packed up, ready to go. Forgot to do my tent was there. It seems like I keep growing stuff even though I'm getting rid of more stuff. It gets harder and harder to pack, it seems. Got stuff more organized now, I think. We'll see. I leave Big Bear Lake heading south and climb over 8 miles, reaching the highest point of the tour. The route descends 8 miles before a short 1.5 mile climb. After that, the descent continues another 20 miles through the San Bernardino forest and transitions into the city of Yucaipa. I plan to stop at the city of Banning, but there's a slight possibility I choose to extend into the mountains to camp. I really enjoy the bike path and the quiet ride out of the park into the lake. It's a nice way to start the day. Nice pathway along in here. It's not very long, I don't think, but pretty nice. Windy here on the lake. Morning. Big Bear Lake is calm today, and I noticed the Snow Summit ski area across the lake. I'm successful in finding a place for breakfast at Big Bear City before beginning the long climb of the day. Getting a proper meal at Jack's. For the first time, I tried the solar panel strapped onto the back of my bicycle. It seems to be working well in the bright California sun. Riding on Highway 38, I begin a 9-mile climb to Onyx Peak. Just leaving the Big Bear City area. Now gonna head up into the mountains again, or further up in the mountains. Heading up in those mountains there. Hopefully the grade doesn't look too steep, so I think it's gonna skirt around them and go up. Nice job, Thanks. On my way up, a road bicyclist flies past. This right here is no shoulder, which I don't like. And then this is a good enough shoulder, depending on debris and stuff, this wide, because you can get out of the lane. I see some buildings and stuff. It's supposed to be like a horse camp, group camp. I just hit the new highest elevation so far on my trip. It's gonna go up about another 1,000 more feet, I think. Saw a baseball cap. 8,300, I think, is what I figured. So I've got about 1,000 more feet, and then I'll hit that. Looks like that's where I was thinking about camping, up there. Oh man, that would have been a lot more to go. I would have missed breakfast. Nice sit-down breakfast. DC Road. DC Road. Not today. Rockfall area. Don't linger. The climb continues. Steady climb. Right now it's around 6%, but most of the way it's been 3 to 4. So very comfortable. Nearing the summit, another bicyclist comes by and we chat for a bit.
Where'd you go, man?
Hey,
Where you headed?
down to Mexico and then up the coast.
Oh, wow. San Francisco?
Oh yeah, clear up to Oregon.
Oh, wow.
And through
How
Oregon.
long will that take?
About 32 days.
That's it?
Well, it depends. I may take a few more days, depending on how I feel. All right, made it up to the highest point on the whole route. 8443. Yep, that's what the sign says anyway. My GPS only has it around 8400, so it's pretty close to that. Coming up the climb, it was only about 4 to 6%, so it was pretty easy, other than long. So now I'm going to be going down for quite a while, mostly. Yeah. A gift from the summit, my first extended descent of the tour. For 8 miles I cruised, averaging over 30 miles per hour, hitting a top speed over 40. The South Fork campground provides an opportunity to stop for water and some snacks. Still have bear lockers. Try to find some water, some Wawa. Nobody here. Leaving the Santa Ana River, there's a short 1.5 mile climb. This breaks up the 31-mile total downhill from the summit. All right, ready for more downhill. Grayback Amphitheater. I pass a few campgrounds that are only lightly occupied. Group camp. It's a peaceful ride through this stretch of the forest. Light traffic, downhill sweeping roads, and scenic vistas makes this a glorious descent. Hey. The same cyclist that passed me earlier on my climb now passes me again with more encouraging comments. Looks like a rockfall area. The last 11 miles of this descent has no uphill sections. This allows me to cover the distance in under 30 minutes, averaging over 25 miles per hour. Compared to yesterday's climbing, this same distance took me about 2.5 hours. As As the elevation drops, green pine trees and vegetation transitions to an arid rocky landscape. Entering Yucaipa, it abruptly changes from wilderness to urban in a flash.
City riding. I don't know what city it is.
I now get my first sustained residential and city riding of the tour. This is similar to riding at home, so I'm comfortable riding in these conditions. When I make it to the coast, this will become more commonplace. But for now, it's short-lived, as I plan to return to the mountains starting again tomorrow. I make my way through city roads, construction, and road detours to reach the city of Bani. As the roads flatten, miles build up, and the heat of the afternoon beats down, makes it clear the right place to stop is in Bani.
Starting to get tough again. The heat is getting to me. I wonder if that park has water.
I search the map and find a hotel that is within walking distance of a store and restaurant.
Oh, sweet home. Alright, well, I couldn't make it to catch up to my spot that I was originally planning because I had stopped short on the day before or last night. I probably could have pressed it. I had a couple more hours of daylight, but I am a little bit tired. I didn't look at the exact mileage, it was near 70 miles, 65, something like that. Quite a bit of climbing, but it was a relatively easy day. Sort of the heat towards the last part was getting to me a little bit. Hard to keep up with water when there's so much heat. I was doing a good job keeping my water bottles filled, so I always had at least 2 in reserve. That's what I have right now. So I think that's pretty good. So as you can see, I'm in a hotel. I'm way overpaid for it, but I think it'll be worth it. I can get my electronics charged. I'm gonna go ahead and walk to a store, hopefully nearby, get some bread, get some food at one of the restaurants that's right within walking distance. I don't want to ride my bike anymore. That's what my plans are for today. I still might be able to catch up. I don't know. I have to look, but I think I'm probably going to end up adding a day, and I had planned on that for the overall trip. And this section is one of the hardest, so I don't mind adding a day here. It's not that big a deal. I just got to figure out where to stop. This was one of my alternatives. It's in Banning, California, and there's not really a place to camp or anything around the area, so I have the hoteling on my contingency plan for that.
In the next episode, low mileage but mountain, arid rocky terrain, up and more up, elevation, highland oasis, Indian vista, and making camp exhausted. Oh, there it goes. Right. Sweet.
Starvation flat. Swamp night. Egg. Rock slides.